The RMS Titanic, a name synonymous with both opulence and tragedy. This British passenger liner, launched in 1912, was the largest ship of its time. It was a marvel of engineering designed to be the epitome of luxury and comfort. The Titanic boasted opulent dining saloons, a swimming pool, and even a gymnasium. First-class passengers enjoyed lavish suites, while second-class accommodations rivaled the first-class offerings of other ships. The Titanic was more than just a vessel, it was a floating palace, a testament to human ambition and ingenuity. The Titanic's maiden voyage attracted a diverse group of passengers. The world's elite, captains of industry, and socialites rubbed shoulders with immigrants seeking a new life in America. These individuals came from all walks of life, each with their own unique stories and backgrounds. Each passenger carried their own hopes and dreams, their aspirations intertwined with the fate of the ship. Some were seeking fortune, others were reuniting with family, and many were simply looking for a fresh start. Families huddled together on the deck, their eyes wide with wonder at the sheer scale of the ocean liner. The Titanic was not just a ship, it was a symbol of human ingenuity and ambition. Children laughed and played, oblivious to the impending tragedy. Their innocent joy was a stark contrast to the looming disaster that awaited them. The atmosphere crackled with a mixture of excitement for the journey ahead and the anticipation of a new life awaiting them across the Atlantic. The Titanic was more than just a means of transportation. It was a vessel of dreams, carrying the hopes of its passengers towards an uncertain future. The night of April 14th, 1912, dawned clear and cold. The Titanic, deemed unsinkable, steamed ahead at full speed. Warnings of icebergs in the area were received but tragically ignored. At 11:40 p.m., the unthinkable happened. The Titanic struck an iceberg on its starboard side. The impact, though seemingly slight at first, proved fatal. Water poured into the ship's compartments and the unsinkable Titanic began to sink. The crew, realizing the gravity of the situation, sent out distress signals, hoping against hope for a rescue. A sea of chaos, the struggle for lifeboats. The night was filled with screams and shouts as passengers realized the gravity of the situation. Panic ensued as the realization dawned that the Titanic was sinking. The unsinkable ship was indeed going down, and the icy waters of the Atlantic awaited. The ship did not have enough lifeboats for all its passengers and crew. Designed for luxury rather than safety, the Titanic was woefully unprepared for such a disaster. A chaotic scramble for the lifeboats began, with women and children given priority. The crew tried to maintain order, but fear and desperation often took over. Acts of both incredible bravery and heartbreaking despair played out on the deck of the sinking ship. Some passengers helped others, while some were paralyzed by fear. Families were torn apart, some making the agonizing decision to stay together on the doomed vessel. The choice between life and love was a cruel one. The band played on, their music a haunting soundtrack to the unfolding tragedy. Their melodies provided a strange sense of calm amidst the chaos, a final act of defiance against the inevitable. Legacy of a tragedy, safety on the seas. The story of the Titanic is one that has been etched into the annals of history, not just as a tale of human ambition and engineering marvel, but also as a somber lesson in the importance of safety. The sinking of the Titanic sent shockwaves around the world. It was a disaster that no one saw coming, a catastrophe that unfolded in the icy waters of the North Atlantic on that fateful night in April 1912. The tragedy claimed the lives of over 1,500 people, a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the sea. Families were torn apart and the world mourned the loss of so many lives. The disaster led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations. It was a wake-up call for the entire maritime industry, highlighting the dire need for better safety measures and protocols. The International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, or SOLAS, was established in 1914, mandating that ships carry enough lifeboats for all passengers and crew. This was a monumental step forward in ensuring that such a tragedy would never happen again. Improved radio communication protocols were implemented, ensuring that distress signals were received and acted upon promptly. This advancement meant that ships in distress could now call for help more effectively, potentially saving countless lives in the future. The legacy of the Titanic lives on, a tragic but powerful reminder of the importance of safety at sea. It serves as a constant reminder that while we may conquer the seas, we must always respect their power and unpredictability. The lessons learned from the Titanic continue to shape maritime safety standards to this day, ensuring that the sacrifices made were not in vain.